There's a lot of talk a couple of years ago about decoupling. Eventually it became de-risking, and now it's just kind of gone. Like, so do you think that our business relationships have moved our diplomacy forward in a way that is meaningful? Because it doesn't seem to me that we can do without one another, logistically even.
The truth is there are a lot of major disagreements between the U.S. and China, and different attitudes, and lots of reasons for people to be very concerned. The only way you can really look at the U.S.-China relationship is a symbiotic relationship. And the one thing people forget about symbiotic relationships is they don't have to be voluntary. They're symbiotic whether they're voluntary or not. In fact, this is a case where I would say the U.S. and China, it can't de-risk that much or decouple that much without creating a lot of problems for themselves. And, the U.S. controls global payments and the reserve currency. China is dominant in global manufacturing and trade. So what ends up happening is if either country tries to decouple or disconnect from the other, they basically banish themselves into an isolated position, because the majority of the world isn't going to be standing on the side of either the US or China 100% of the time. They're going to be in the middle, sort of as the referee, going, all right, we agree with you on this, but we don't agree with you on that, right? And Europe, by the way, is very much in that position now, where they're going to stay kind of neutral where they can. They're not going to take sides because it doesn't make sense for them to, because they see what everyone sees, which is, no, you want to do that, you go do that, but then we can't really play with you there. Like, we're going to basically stay over here in the middle. We're going to keep our options open. And then the global south, which, China is in a much better position now. The best thing that can happen is the US and China realize that their selfish interests demand that they find a way to get along with the other party, because it's not in their own interest not to. That's what they're going to come to, and they're going to come to it kicking and screaming when they've basically exhausted all of the other possibilities, but they'll get there.